Alrighty, so you bought a DJI Action camera, 4 or 5, and now your next question is probably, now what? What kind of accessories can I get to go with this thing? I'm going to show you. You know, I've had a lot of time to sit here and actually think about this, exactly what type of accessories would be a good starter for somebody that just bought a DJI Action 5 or even one of the Action 4s. And I figured the best way to do this would be to go through my notes that I actually took and show you some of the devices that I use with my DJI cameras. I'm currently recording this on a DJI Pocket 3. As you can, well, you can't see it, but it's there. So we're going to talk about some of the cages that you can get for your DJI. That way you can protect your device. We're going to be talking about microphones. As you can see, I've got one right here. Microphones are a definite must if you are going to be filming out in the wilds. We're going to be talking about wireless mics and wired mics and the different attachments that you can use with those devices. We're also going to be looking at some of the different tripods that you can get for these particular camera setups, possibly even some of the different neck mounts that you can get where you can actually have it hanging from your chest. Maybe even one of the DJI Selfie Sticks. If you bought the creator combo pack for the DJI Action 5, it came with batteries, selfie stick, and a battery charging case. So just remember that if you're actually looking for an all-in-one. We've also got one device that's called the Xplore cage. And this actually allows you to use your DJI Action 4 and 5 as a standalone photography camera, much like the Insta that has just been released with the new cage, and you can go out and snap you some pictures. I'll show you some of the pictures I've actually taken with it. And then most definitely, we're going to be talking about lighting. The different types of lighting setups that you can actually get for the DJI Action 5 or 4. And we like to use the SmallRig devices because they are very compatible with the cages that we're going to be showing you. Listen to those locusts. Isn't that cool? So you've opened the box, and now you're the proud owner of a DJI Action 5. Look at that little bitty tiny thing. And you're probably wondering, how am I going to protect this camera? Well, you're going to use something like this. This is the SmallRig cage for the DJI Action 5. And we're done. Now, as you can see right now, we have two totally different cameras here. This is a DJI Action 5, and this is an Action 4. The same cage from SmallRig fits both of these devices. Here's the reason I like these cages. Look at all the attachment points right here. You've got the 1/4-20, then you can add the different clamps that SmallRig makes. That's a Hawk clamp, and I'll actually show you how that works in a little bit. But you've also got the Quick Connect for the DJI Quick Connect attachments here and on this side. You can actually remove this clamp and you've got another Quick Connect here. Battery access. You simply push this button, drops down, you now have access to your battery compartment right here. Don't even have to take it out of the cage and you're good to go. And on this side over here, you have access to your USB-C port and your memory card. No, the memory card's on the battery side. And your power button to power it off and on. These cages are really unique in the way that they're built. Like I said, 1/4-20 here, 1/4-20 here, 1/4-20 here. And as you can see on this Action 5, I've actually got the Hawk clamp set up on top and bottom. Now these are the SmallRig Hawk clamps. As you can see, I've got this one set up on a magic arm. You simply push down on this right here and it unlocks it, and your DJI snaps right in. And that itself is not coming off. Now with this particular setup, the reason I have it like this is because these hawk clamps have a 1/4 thread onto the bottom of the base, and you can mount them to multiple devices. So in this particular case, I actually have this device, the DJI Action 5, mounted to a gimbal with a tripod on the bottom, so it can actually be used for more steady shots than you would normally get. So I guess now would be a good time to talk about lighting, because we are getting to that twilight hour. The lighting outside is starting to go down. These are the SmallRig lights. As you can see on the back, it's got a little thumb wheel that you can move around and a power button. You hit the power button and now we have lighting. And you can adjust how bright it is by turning it down, turning it up. And the cool thing about these lights, right there, there is a cold shoe mount on it, so it can mount to the SmallRig cages. So now you can see our SmallRig cage actually has a light on it, so if you are filming, you are going to be able to get a really decent shot, even in the dark. Let's talk about tripods. My personal preference are any style tripod that actually uses the Arca style clamps. So you can take these off and on fast. This particular one is also made by SmallRig. You can use it as a selfie stick like this. It has a rotating head, really smooth bearing action that can lock into place, so you don't have to worry about it swiveling on you during a shot. The SmallRig, I've also got a K&F Concepts, pretty much identical. This is the one that goes 70 inches tall, and one of the legs detaches, becomes a monopod. So you can actually use this as a singular tripod, monopod. Monopod's in the name. Really great way if you're actually taking like sports photography, or you're just wanting to stabilize the unit and actually tilt, turn, and get some really dynamic and cinematic shots. SmallRig and K&F Concepts make a variety of different types of tripods. My recommendation though is, if you're going to get a tripod, spend a little bit of money on it and get a good one that is all aluminum construction, has the good swivel ball joints for the head, the swivel mounts, all of that stuff. You paid good money for your DJI products, so why not put them on a decent tripod? Now we're actually going to be talking about audio. Audio is probably one of those things that makes or breaks a video. Really bad audio, your viewers tend to kind of get distracted and maybe click off of your videos, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Good audio, good lighting, and then work on your video, and you can actually start to create some really good cinematic shots. DJI has done an amazing job with their microphones. This is the DJI Mic 2. That is actually the audio you are hearing off of the DJI Mic 2. This is the one I use with my Pocket 3s, and then my action cameras, the 4s and the 5s, I have the DJI Mic Minis. As you can see, I have the little noise dampener, the muff, the dead cat that people like to call it, actually mounted to them. They just stay on it. It's a lot easier for me when I go out into the wilds. We do a lot of traveling. I've just recently got back from Moab, Colorado, Montana, went to all these different locations doing filming, and these were the mics I used because I'm outdoors the majority of the time. Wind, bump it here and there with my backpack. They just sound better, and I keep that on. But the Mic Minis have a really good noise cancellation on them, and the DJI Mic 2s, again, 32-bit float. You're not going to have the peaking, the clicking, the popping with them, and they work amazing with all of the DJI cameras, as well as other cameras like Sony, Canon, even your iPhones and Androids. So this brings us over to wired and plug style microphones. This is the Rode Mic Mini, as you can see from here. It's got a 3.5 millimeter plug on it. Well, the DJIs don't have 3.5 millimeter plugs, but there is a solution. All of this stuff will be linked below, but this is one of the products really intrigued me. This is actually made by DJI. This is a 3.5 millimeter port with a USB, so you can actually charge it while your microphone is plugged in. And you simply attach this right here on this side. You pull down. Oops. Use my fingers, Mike. You pull down on your little cover here, and that cover actually pops right off. You just pull it straight out. Pops right out, and now that port is open. That's where this comes in. You simply flip this over, plug it in, and it locks into place. That is an awesome accessory for you to have with your cameras. So now you can take and put your microphone right here into the cold shoe. Boom. And now you actually have a shotgun style microphone for actually getting like interviews, walking around, catching the directional noise. This works really good in this particular setup, but when you put the dead cat on, or the muff, you see where it hangs? You are going to slightly see some of this in that lens, but I do have a solution for that. So the solution for this hanging down in front of your camera, where you're going to get a little bit of that fuzzies right there, is to go and pick up one of these swivel mounts that is actually going to sit on top, and then you actually screw this in directly to the cold shoe mount, and then you mount the microphone to the top of it. The Rode mic actually has a 3/8 thread in the bottom of it. This one's a 1/4 I've got a 3/8 one somewhere. I think it's being used by another device right now, but that's how I fix it on this particular camera. I haven't had to really do it on the 5. The 4s, yes, I had to do it all the time. But this is the main thing right there. Now you no longer have to have your interface that comes with your DJI mics right here on the device. You can actually plug directly into with a wired microphone. So next up is the DJI Selfie Stick. This is an absolute must, in my opinion, if you've got the DJI Action cameras, because the stick itself actually has a 1/4 on it, but this thing extends way out. It can give you those interesting perspectives, almost like a drone shot. And you come with the DJI Quick Connects. So we have the Action 5 set up here with a microphone. We have an Action 4 right here in the cage, ready for this. The DJI Quick Connects are pretty simple to put on. Just look for the DJI logo. That's the front. And they're magnetic, as you can see, even works on the SmallRig cage. And then you just click it in, make sure everything is in place. They're good and snapped, and boom, that's not coming off. And now you have a selfie stick for your action camera. You can get it up high. And the really cool thing about if you're using this particular selfie stick right here, in the Mimo app for DJI, there's actually an editing process that you can do that will actually remove the selfie stick directly from your video. So it's actually going to look like you've got a camera floating above you. And once again, I just want to reiterate, if you bought the DJI 5, the Action Combo Kit, it comes with this selfie stick. It also comes with a set of batteries. Ta-da! The extreme batteries are actually what they come with. These are 1950 milliamp hours. And as you can see, the case is actually going to tell you if your batteries are charged. Holds 3 batteries. You drop all 3 batteries in it, USB port on the side, plug it in, boom, it's charging. Now, I like to take power banks with me when I go out to do any type of video shooting, photography, or anything. If one of my batteries drops dead, I plug it in here, drop it in, hook it to the power bank. we're done. Everything is going to stay charged. These batteries also work on the Action 4 and the Action 5. So this is what they provide you. They even give you some really cool stickers. I already put them on mine. So we're just gonna pop this guy out of this cage, because this is a cage I have yet to hear anybody review, talk about, or use on YouTube. This is the Xplore cage. And as you can see up here on the top, you see that part right there? That's actually a trigger for the record button, so you can actually turn this into a camera. But Mike, it's already a camera. It's an action camera. Yes, I know that. But you can also put this into photo mode. You can adjust your settings just like you would any DSLR. You can have it do burst photos, single shot, all that stuff. And you know what? Here's a photo. Now that particular photo was taken on this device. So the cool thing about this is once you actually have it in this cage with this handle on the side, now it is more like a camera, a point and click. Put it into photo mode, and like I said, adjust your settings, your white balance, your contrast, your sharpness, and stuff like that. Get out there and actually start taking snapshots and photographs like people are doing with the Insta360 or whatever that one's called. I don't have it, so I can't tell you, but that's what I bought this one for. The shutter button, put it in camera mode, go get some content. Now, this handle actually does come off. It's got a quick connect here and here. So there it is. Boom. Now it's an action camera again. It does have right here on the side the little mount, so you can actually put the DJI quick release mounts on it, or I just keep this particular cage in my camera bag ready to go for whenever I just want to take photographs. Or I can hold it up, hit the button, and whatever mode I was in last, it is going to start functioning like that. Right now, it is in video mode. Hit the button again, the camera turns off. Super simple and easy to remove. Drop that down, pull the camera out, you're good to go. Then you can slide it back into your other cage. Now, it might be redundant for some people to have two different cages. I don't think it's redundant because one, this has more attachment points on it. It's a heavier duty cage, and it's only about 35 bucks for the SmallRig cage. The Xplore cage runs about 89 to 100 depending on which version you get. So finally, the Telesin Neckmount. Now, there's a lot of different versions that you can get. You can get the Telesin. Oh, this one is the Travio. I have both of them, the Telisins. I've even got one that's got this big long extension arm on it. The reason I like these, you simply push the button, pops out, you can put it around your neck. It just clicks right into place. Now it sits against your chest. This is great for POV shots. Now, with the quick connect on the cage, you simply put it on. Oops, camera's backwards. And then it clicks into place. Drop it in, everything is in. And now you can go out and do those POV shots with this around your neck. Walking around town, going to the park, hiking, mountain climbing, camping, doing whatever. And if you wanted to take it off, you simply push the little button on the back and that comes off. Hold it like this if you want. Do you some video shooting, you're good to go. And since it's the DJI Quick Connect, I didn't have it snapped in a minute ago, but once it's snapped in, that's not coming off. And then take it off, you just simply unsnap it, you're good to go. Throw this in your camera bag, throw this back on a selfie stick, do whatever it is you got to do. So these are just some of the things that I use pretty much every time I go out. Now, if there's any other items that you think would work really good with the DJI Action 5, the 4, or the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Yep, that's my Pocket 3. Plus I'm filming on one. I've got two. Just drop a comment below. Like, subscribe, maybe share this video, especially if you know somebody that just recently bought a DJI Action 5 and they're wanting to get out and do more stuff with it, but they're still kind of in that not knowing what to do with it yet or what accessories they might need. This is an all-encompassing list. You don't need them all. Most definitely don't need them all. Maybe you want them all. Everything will be linked in the description below. And pick yourself up one or two at a time and try them out. Get out there, make some awesome content.